Hey everybody, quick update. So as of today, which is Friday, May 8th, my second draft has gone to my pre-readers. Now, what that says for my process is I began the first draft 11 years ago. Began the first draft 11 years ago. Now, if I had only written one book and was moving the one book to my pre-readers, that would have been like a 5 or 6 month process for me to write the book from start to finish and then get it to my pre-readers. Actually do my own edit and then get it to my pre-readers. But the way I did the Pan series was I drafted all 7 books, and I wasn't going to send any of them to my pre-readers at first because I knew I had a lot of my own editing to do. Because what happens in the first book, what happens in the last book, and everything that happens in between, there's a lot of things that are going to change. Wasn't ready for any of my pre-readers to see that because I knew that entire storylines might be cut out. I've merged storylines, which is something I never thought I would do. Because you think when you're writing that, well, this character does this and this character does that, and that character over there is going to do this, and why would you merge them? Well, I love big, complex fantasy, and sometimes I write too many storylines, and I realize that some weren't necessary. Hell, maybe 1 or 2 of the storylines I included in this edition that went to the pre-readers may not be necessary, but I think they are, so we'll see what my pre-readers say. But in any event, I wrote all of these storylines and merged a couple and things like that to tighten up the story, improve the language, hunt down adverbs with a blowtorch and a pickaxe. Finished all of that. Send it off to my pre-readers. So it's in the hands of my pre-readers. I give them about a month. Now, while they're pre-reading, I'm going to be doing my agent search, which I've done this before for other books, but I guess I've never quite had the confidence that I have for this one, because this one is I'm selling a series, not just one book. And it's a known entity. It's Peter Pan, even though the copyright expired back in 2007. So I'm selling an entire series, including anthology stories to follow. I'm not selling them, they're not even written yet, but I'm selling the whole series, or at least selling a part of the series. And a lot of fantasy, well, just a lot of book dealers, they're looking for series now, especially with the success like Game of Thrones and the Shannara Chronicles and things like that. And then just look at Netflix. People like long form fiction now. They want to dive into a story and not come up for air for a couple of weeks, if not a couple of months. And hopefully that's exactly what I will achieve with the book, if not with, God willing, TV shows and movies and things like that later. But in any event, today I sent it off to the pre-readers. They have a month. I do my agent search. I get it back from them. I'm not quite sure how long it will take for me to perform my third draft, but I will do the third draft with all of the agents and the query letters. And as soon as I get the third draft done and I'm ready to let my child go, then I shoot it off to the agents. Now, once I shoot it off to the agents, it's often a 4 to 6 week window before I can expect to hear back from any of them. And because of COVID, for all I know, there may be a number of agents that I would send it to that I can't. They're going to be like, I'm not accepting right now for whatever reason. I don't quite know what the state of the book industry is right now as far as accepting manuscripts and drafts and things like that. But set it off today. It's a month for pre-readers, maybe another month for the third draft edit. Then it's 4 to 6 weeks thereafter before kind of a last deadline of expecting to hear back from everybody before I send a follow-up email, things like that. So I guess that's 1 month, 2 months. So maybe 3.5 months, God willing, right around the time for me to hear back from an agent a potential return. I don't know. We'll find out. But just wanted to give you a quick update on where I was in the whole process and where we're going to next. Stay tuned. I'll keep you guys up to date.